Hi boys and girls, Mrs. LaBeouf here with a fun story about flowers. Zinnia's Flower Garden by Monica Wellington. And you know what? Zinnia starts with the last letter we learned of the alphabet. Z. Do you hear that Z? Zinnia. And Zinnia is the name of the girl in the story, but it's also the name of a flower. How cool is that? This is a really fun book, and you'll learn a lot about flowers. You'll notice the illustrator used some drawings, but then sometimes through the book, some photographs of flowers as well, so it's really pretty cool. Let's read it and find out. Spring has arrived. Zinnia is getting her garden ready for planting. She digs up the soil and turns it over with her shovel. She takes out stones and rakes the dirt smooth. The warm sun feels good as she works. Do you see Zinnia working in her garden with her cat and dog? And you see some of the tools she's going to use over here. Zinnia carefully plants many kinds of flower seeds in rows. Do you see the nice straight rows that she's planting? She covers the seeds with dirt and pats it down very gently. She sprinkles the ground with water. Look at that. Can you see the seeds? She's put some space between them so they'll grow really nicely. And some of the flower seeds she has are cosmos, black-eyed Susans, asters, sweet pea, sunflowers, zinnias, and marigold. Zinnia waits for her seeds to sprout. The seeds need the sun to shine, the rain to fall, and many days to pass. It is hard to wait so long for her seeds to grow. Wow, I bet it is hard. Lots of things that are good take time to grow, right? And the seeds need rain, they need sun too, and they need that dirt they were planted in. All of those three things to grow. Every day Zinnia checks her garden to see if anything has happened. Look, the first seedling is poking its way up through the dirt. So now you see that it started with a seed. The seed grew a little tiny sprout and a root, more roots and more sprout, and then the seedling. And she has a little journal she's keeping. It says, May 20th, my first sprout today. Wow! I think Zinnia is a pretty good gardener. What do you think? Now Zinnia's garden is full of green sprouts growing toward the sun. Little stems grow taller, and little leaves get bigger, and little roots burrow deeper into the earth. Can you see now how the author has used some photographs in the middle of the drawings? It's pretty cool. And he's showing you here how the seedlings grow roots and get bigger and bigger, and those stems and leaves start to form. Zinnia takes care of her garden every day. When the sun is hot and the soil is dry, she waters her thirsty plants. So even though the plants need the sun, they need the water too. They don't want to get too dry. They can't grow if they do. She pulls up pesky weeds that try to crowd out her plants. She inspects them for greedy bugs. She measures how tall her strong and healthy plants are growing. Every day they get bigger and bigger. What is she using to measure? A ruler, right? And do you see those markings for inches and centimeters? And that's what she's doing here. She's seeing how tall her plants are growing. As they get more mature and grow, they get taller. First thing in the morning, Zinnia runs out to check her garden. She is excited to see little buds growing on many of her plants. Now we'll see something new. We've been seeing the stems and the leaves. Now we get to see the bud of the flower. Pretty cool. It's always exciting when those buds come onto the flowers because you know pretty soon you'll have a flower growing. And then at last she finds what she has been waiting for. Her first flower. One bud has bloomed. How beautiful, and what a sweet smell. There are many more buds that will open soon. Look at that. Zinnia's first flower. And then this shows you the parts of the flower with petals the stamen, the pistil. If you watch one of the other videos where I went around my yard and saw flowers, you'll see some of those parts too. The garden grows and grows with blossoming flowers. Zinnia paints, reads, and picnics among them. Butterflies flutter, bees buzz. Zinnia's garden is her favorite place to be on these warm summer days. I can see why, can't you? That is a beautiful garden. She even has those nice tall sunflowers growing. In the middle you get those seeds that you can eat. Her flowers are abundant, and Zinnia cuts some to arrange into bouquets. The fragrant scents of the flowers swirl around her in the warm breeze. So she has cosmos, she has marigolds, sunflowers, snapdragon, zinnias, black-eyed Susans, sweet peas, sweet William, and asters. Those are all beautiful types of flowers. One hot summer day, Zinnia has a lemonade stand, and puts up a sign, "Pick your own flowers." Customers come and gather bunches of flowers and drop money in her jar. In the autumn, as it gets colder, Zinnia picks the last flowers from her garden. She finds ripe seeds that have formed. They are ready to be collected. She will save them to plant again next year. So Zinnia takes the seeds from her flowers and she saves them so that she can plant new flowers next year, because the flowers actually produce the seeds that make new flowers. Isn't that cool? The winter days are short, the sun is dim, and the ground is covered with snow. But Zinnia is already planning next year's garden. When spring comes, she will be ready to grow her very own flowers again. Oh, I think she likes dreaming about the flowers she will grow, don't you? And she's making notes, she's making a plan, and she's remembering that she'll plant the seeds. There'll be little sprouts, and then the seedlings with roots, those stems, leaves, and flower buds, and then the nice flowers growing on top of the stems and the leaves. And then you can see it if I get really close, the seeds, so that she'll have seeds to plant. And the life cycle of a flower keeps going on and on. Zinnia had fun with flowers. You can too. And you can also have fun with any kind of plant. It's really exciting if you start something from a seed and you see it grow all the way to a big flower. But you can get flowers anywhere and enjoy. You can draw flowers too. You can paint flowers. Or you can go around your yard. You can go out in the park. You can look around and see all of the beautiful flowers. There are so many varieties. And keep reading, because you can have fun learning things from a book, but you can also just enjoy the story. Reading is such a great thing to do, and you will learn so much if you read. Boys and girls, have fun reading and learning and playing and just being you. It's been fun to read a story with you. Bye-bye.